Hi, this is Mr. Wolfson, and in this video we're going to talk about the recommenders section of the Common Application. Now, for Westboro students, you're actually not required to invite any recommenders to the Common Application for your counselor and teacher recommendations to go through. If you scroll down, you can see how underneath the counselor and the teacher section, it says that we are using Naviance eDocs for transcripts, school reports, and teacher recommendations. As your counselor and teacher submit their letters of recommendation through Naviance, their information is going to appear in this section, so you can see that as it comes through. Now, if you happen to have a teacher that does not choose to submit their recommendations through Naviance, you can print off a Common Application recommender form for your teacher by scrolling to the teacher section and clicking this link. It will automatically generate a form with your name in the corner that you can provide to your teacher to mail in the envelope with their recommendation for you. What you're going to do with this section primarily is if you have a coach or an advisor from a club that you're interested in asking for a recommendation. Now, each school that you're applying to is going to have different numbers of additional recommenders that you can submit. If you scroll down in each school, you can see the category that says Other Recommender, and there's already a green check mark next to that because there are no other recommenders required. You can submit up to one other recommender for this school. And then we'll click on SUNY Binghamton University and click on Recommenders in FERPA. You can scroll down and see that they actually don't even have a section for additional recommenders. This is because they don't even accept anyone's. So pay attention to what your schools will allow you to do and don't allow you to do, and that will help you determine whether or not it's going to be worth your while to ask an additional person for a recommendation. Now, if you're about to have a person write a recommendation for you, you'll click Invite and Manage Recommenders and start filling in the information. Now, if you're asking a club advisor or a coach to write a recommendation for you that is an additional recommendation on top of your teacher recommendations, you'll select Other Recommender, and then you'll select the relationship that you have with that person. Now, just a side note, if you are asking one of your art teachers to write a teacher recommendation for you, you do not have to add them in this area just because there is a choice for arts teacher. That's only if you're asking your art teacher as a separate kind of advisor recommendation. If you're choosing something that is like a club advisor, there's no choice for that specifically, so go ahead and click Other. For this example, we'll add my information as the Other Recommender, and then we'll click Add Recommender. If you're asking more than one person for an extra recommendation, you can go ahead and add them at this time. And once the person is listed in this grid here, you are able to assign that advisor or coach or whoever else you're asking for recommendation to specific schools so that their recommendation can be submitted to those schools. So go ahead and close out that box. And we're still in Boston College, so we're going to scroll down and we're going to see that in the Other Recommenders section, like I showed before, there's an option for one optional Other Recommender. If you click Add Another, you can assign Ross Wolfson, in this case, the only one listed, to Boston College. Go ahead and click Assign. And once you do that, Ross Wolfson, in this case, or whoever you are asking for this additional recommendation, is going to get an automatic email from Common App asking them to create a Common App account if they don't already have one, and they're going to be connected to you so that they can submit their recommendation for you and it will connect directly to your application. Once you submit your application, if they've already uploaded their recommendation, it'll go straight to the college at that time. If you submit your application before they submit their recommendation for you, once they submit that recommendation, it'll go right through to the college.